Here's Johnson, tries again. It's tipped, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder trailing by 11.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they play smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Bradley can't get it to go. And so here is Oklahoma City. From deep three-point range, and again, Oklahoma City, no good. Celtics leading by 11. Turner passes to Sullinger. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Sullinger. Urebko comes in for Amir Johnson. Marcus Smart's checked in for Bradley. And Thomas subbed in for Turner.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans had really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Here's Boston now. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Outside Thomas. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be.
Outside Westbrook, about 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. That's good.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Thomas goes in, stolen by Durant. Westbrook with it. He's against Olynyk. Lets it go from deep. Here's Ibaka outside for Durant. There's the dish to Westbrook. Here's the three. The basket good off the assist from Durant. And that's 10 points for Russell Westbrook.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
And that does it for the first half of play. It's the Celtics up by 10.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille. Out in front at the half is Boston. They lead by 10. Shaq?
Well, it was
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
So far in the game for Westbrook, he's got 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Jared Sullinger is out there with Johnson. And it's Crowder in at the 3 slot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Now watching Jay Crowder, he can really boost you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Westbrook missing again. Celtics leading by 12. The shot by Sullinger, wide open, but they get it back. Up by 12, goes up. Oh!
Yeah, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that That's exactly how you want to do it.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Westbrook missing again.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, they've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved it.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns in their first meeting. He took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared him down as he was hitting shots, looked at that bench. Man, he had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
Celtics leading by 15, stolen by Waiters. Now the feed to Westbrook. Look at that jam! I mean, just beautiful.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
And they're able to recover. Goes back up. Another miss by Westbrook.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Turner dishes to Thomas. Fires for 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
And, you know, he's a threat from deep, no doubt about it, but it just has not been there for him tonight. You might want to change your game plan a little bit offensively.
Celtics call timeout.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. The Kiwi, Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Thomas. Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. Foy comes in for Russell Westbrook. Smart wide open. He fires. Boston, no good that time either.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game. And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Thunder trailing by 13. Durant with a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. Durant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Boston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Tipped away. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Here's Kanter. And the officials call a traveling violation. Some changes for Boston. Jerebko's checked in for Johnson. And Jake Crowder's subbed in for Avery Bradley. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Robertson's checked in. The Thunder shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And Kanter throws it down.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
20 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Turner off the drive. Left block shot on the way. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Foy. Rebounded by Jerebko. Jerebko's got his third rebound on the night. Smart. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like it. That's got to be, though, a tough hill. Oh, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. So it's the Celtics now. 17 points was their biggest margin. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the center position.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes that he's on.
Amir Johnson's checked in for your Rebco. Off the inbound pass. Durant, no good. Boston leading by 10. Johnson kicks to Thomas. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And, of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backboard.
Boston making a switch here. Bradley's checked in. Dion Waiters checked in for Oklahoma City. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end. You look at Isaiah Thomas, and he's been getting it done. He has 15 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Well, you look at the roster of the Thunder from last year, Clark, they knew how to build from within.
Well, last season's roster, everybody but one player was either drafted or acquired via trade. That's a rare combo in the NBA.
And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That'll be his second foul of the game. One minute now into this fourth quarter. Shot by Crowder, no good.
And guys, for the Thunder, listen, they're not a big market team. They've had to make sacrifices with money to stay competitive. They do a terrific job with the limitations that small market presents.
And he gets the bucket.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him. Put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him. And, you know, as we've seen, success in the NBA can come in a lot of different packages. I mean, it can't happen without the big free agent signing or spending. It helps to draft a guy like Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, for that matter.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan said to the team. He rallied the troops, saying nobody said it was going to be easy. They're not laying down. They're not going away. If we want this game, we have to take it from them. Kevin, plenty of fire in that speech.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good. But when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
That free throw missing. Ray, getting back to Waiters, there's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Russell Westbrook.
It's been a struggle here for them to get the second chance points in this second half. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Celtics leading by 10. Thomas gets a wide open look, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6, and Westbrook gets it to go.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Adams right side. Looking for Ibaka. He gets it there. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Sullinger passes to Johnson. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Celtics lead by 14. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Celtics.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, Clark, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Well, it's more than luck, Kevin. I think the shot selection was good, too.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Isaiah Thomas. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
Yeah, it does look like they're going to end on a high note. Too bad this run didn't develop sooner for them.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And Bradley gets it to go.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here. And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal,